But I'll tell you, Jeff Lewis, Jason Blackman, Slim J, and Jacey North would tend to differ. But they got their hands full and a half here this evening as Freedom Fight 2003 gets ready to kick on off.
Most indeed, Stephen. Welcome, fans, to the Summer Spectacular. Welcome to Freedom Fight 2003. It's the night stars are made in NWA Wildside, and we got 8 of them that are already shining bright here in this opening contest. And the 2 respective teams meeting, a foreboding shadow of things to come, as 8 men will step into the ring yet again in your main event. But in the most dangerous matchup in professional wrestling history, the War Games, the match beyond returns tonight.
Never fails to amaze me that even though a number of these athletes have been competing for a number of years, I'm still always amazed how hungry they still are.
Jeff Lewis is one of them. Not been competing for a number of years, however. He's one of the rookie standouts here in Wildside this year, along with Jason Blackman. And Jeff Lewis has been through the ringer at the hands of the veteran Murder-1. Lewis got a little bit over on Murder-1, and Murder-1 took a lot of exception to that and proceeded to make Lewis's life a living hell. Lit a blunt and put it out in the eye of Jeff Lewis. Luckily, he didn't blind him permanently. He mugged him in the street, and he videotaped it and showed everybody here in the NWA arena.
And from that point on, he stole his tag team partner, Todd Sexton. And now Todd Sexton, part of the Dark City contingent.
Sexton in the ring with Jacey North, a man that's overcome a lot of adversity to get where he's at here in NWA Wildside. A former U.S. Marine Corps veteran, tough as they come, had been labeled as a goofball by many people here in Wildside. Nobody took this guy seriously. One day, he said, you know what? Acting like an idiot is not going to get me any more attention than it already has. I'm a tough bastard. I'm a Marine veteran. I need to get in here, and I need to wrestle. And that's exactly what he's been doing. And in the past with Dagan Briggs, his partner, is the Cutting Edge, or now here in this 8-man elimination tag, Jacey North's got everything to prove. He's trying to show the wrestling world that he is not to be taken lightly. Todd Sexton's going to put him to the test on that. Trained by the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels here, Texas Wrestling Academy. Todd Sexton is one of the best Wildside's ever seen technically in the ring. He's a veteran, a 3-time Wildside Tag Team Champion, a Wildside Junior Heavyweight Champion, and a man who's become very bitter at the entire industry and its fans. And he's got a sour attitude. He's going to take it out on everybody in this matchup. Tag made to Shadow Jackson.
On Shadow Jackson's attitude, we know, is as pure as the driven snow.
Jackson.
That's, of course, another industry entirely.
I don't think anything about him is pure as the driven snow. But nevertheless, drop toe hold by Jacey North. Slim J, the baseball slide.
Boy, the weight differential between Slim J and Shadow Jackson. I think Slim is giving away a better part of 100 pounds here.
Slim J doesn't know it, though, and he doesn't care. Look at that, kick to the back of the head by Slim J. He'll fight you no matter how big you are. This kid does not care. He was placed in jail when he was 15 years old for Grand Theft Auto. Since then, he's turned his life around, still got a nasty-ass attitude, and not afraid to dish it out on his opponents, but his unique personality has won him an immense fan following all over the world.
But here comes Jeff Lewis, who has nothing but eyes for particularly Murder-1, but everybody is part of the Dark City contingent.
Big knee drop there by Jeff Lewis. Goes for the lateral press, does not hook the leg. Rookie mistake by Lewis. He should have capitalized on that opportunity, but he still wants to inflict more punishment. Jason Blackman tags in now. A student of the original Chosen One, Rick Michaels, yet another rookie standout here in NWA Wildside. Irish whip into the far corner. Somersault tumble into a shoulder tackle into the corner by Blackman. Snapmare takeover, follows through with a boot.
Looks like Shadow Jackson's been the recipient of a lot of kicks, courtesy of the team of Jeff Lewis, Jason Blackman, Slim J, and Jacey North here this evening.
Shadow Jackson's a powerhouse, no doubt about it. He can take a beating and keep on ticking. Tag into Masada. This guy, one of the most offensive men in the locker room. He doesn't care who he's around. He's dropping the F-bomb all over the place. He's an avid fan of death metal music, and he's a very physical athlete.
And he's one of the most confrontational guys that have ever walked down the aisle of the NWA arena.
He's just absolutely miserable, Steven. Tag made into Murder-1.
So
the veteran with the blazing lariat. Murder-1 inflicting that punishment and tag now in to the technician from the Lone Star State, Todd Sexton.
Big leg drop onto Jason Blackman. Blackman, of course, the final student of Rick Michaels from the Wildside Training Dojo.
Michaels progressing, looking to train again one day. But right now, as it stands, Blackman is the final student that the Rick Michaels Dojo produced.
I think Rick Michaels has something else on his mind, though, at the moment.
You got that right. If he wins tonight, he finally gets his hands on Bailey. Finally gets his hands on Bailey, and he's going to make him pay for every bit of misery that dirty son of a bitch feeds on. Sorry to get away from the match in hands, folks. It's just a very emotional topic for me. Three-handled, moss-covered family gradunza by Jacey North. Irish whip reversal into the corner. Jacey North, the former Mr. Delicious, charges it. What a forearm shot.
He's no longer delicious, but he's still quite dangerous, and it's iconoclasm time. Success. And Masada in the break of the pin even before a 1 count. What are these lucha rules here?
Dug him a clothesline there by Jacey North. Masada crashes hard. Now, wait a minute. Slim J's holding up. What's he doing? Here it comes. Jacey North, tope pinasida.
It doesn't get any better than that.
Oh, and look at Murder-1. Now going to the attack on Slim J. He's got to look at this. Look at this press slam. Oh, good grief. Single violator 4-2-0 by Murder-1.
And Slim, true to form, manages to kick out.
Well, you got to do everything short of running this kid over with a semi to pin him.
I'm sure the Dark City contingent are debating that even as we speak. Hell, Slim's stolen a few of those in his life. Not recently, I'm happy to report.
This is always good, keeping himself out of trouble by keeping active in the ring. It's the best thing he needs to do. Tag made into Blackman now, and Sexton goes right to work on Blackman. Blackman had a little stutter step getting into the ring, more rookie error there. He didn't really have a crisp entrance. His leg got caught up in the ropes, and it was prime pickings for Sexton to attack, but luckily made the quick tag to Jacey North, and North in the ring now on top of Sexton.
Frankly, if you are a rookie, we do have a number of them here at NWA Wildside. We're talking about Freedom Fight 2003. A lot of nerves are at stake here. A lot of tempers can be easily frayed, and a lot of people who have not been around pro wrestling sports for all that period of time are frankly really nervous tonight.
Double underhook knee buster followed by a DDT by Shadow.
And just like that, Jacey North taken out of the picture, and Shadow Jackson and Jason Blackman mixing it up. Your first match here at Freedom Fight 2003.
Good job, Jacey. You'll get him next time. Big shoulder tackle. Shadow Jackson just plows through Jason Blackman. And he's got shoulders like a linebacker. His past record is really not very clear. He's not letting us in on any personal info, and I haven't been able to find anything out about him other than he debuted here at NWA Wildside as a follower of Murder-1.
Maybe you don't want to know anything more about this guy.
It's probably a good idea.
Yeah, ignorance is bliss here in this case.
Scooping a slam by Shadow Jackson. Murder-1 off the ropes. Vicious axe handle. On an elbow.
And Jeff Lewis more than happy to break up that pin, but it means getting a boot into the head of Murder-1.
Tag made into Masada. And the Waco, Texas native in the ring.
And Waco can have him.
Oh, good grief.
Thunderous kick to the kidneys. I don't think Blackman can, I'll take that back. Just when you begin to lose faith in somebody, they come back and surprise the hell out of you. We got a whole locker room full of them, don't we?
Masada with the right hands going to work on Blackman. He's had quite an issue with Blackman over the last 2 weeks. Look at that. Angry man slam by Masada.
And Masada is the angriest one of them all. And Shadow Jackson greasing up his own palms. And hurtling them into the chest of Jason Blackman. No, Blackman with a reversal, though.
Look at a clothesline by Shadow. Jason Blackman with a precision drop kick.
Didn't get the height he wanted to, but based on what he's been through in the last couple of minutes, I can certainly understand why.
Rolling clothesline by Jason Blackman. And Shadow Jackson kicks out.
Perhaps a misguided the distance that Shadow Jackson had.
Shadow Jackson using his power to his advantage here, leaving Blackman with a difficult time to throw him off the ropes, and a big clothesline by Jason Blackman.
A grazing one done withstanding, still enough to bring Shadow Jackson at least for a 2 count.
Acai moonsault by Jason Blackman.
And Andrew Thomas, of all people, determined that Shadow Jackson's shoulder was down for a 3 count. Is Thomas actually seeing the light here?
I guess he's playing good boy because he thinks he's going to get his job back tonight if Team Elite wins the war.
Oh! Jason Blackman just got his billiards rack from Murder-1.
Big power slam by Blackman.
Blackman used all he had to dust off that power slam. What he needs right now is to attacking the waiting hands. And once again, there's Jeff Lewis. Open up with a volley of fist into the cranium of Todd Sexton.
High back body drop there, followed by a stomp to the face. Jeff Lewis with an elbow.
Perhaps the most intense pro wrestler we have in the dressing room of NWA Wildside. That's Jeff Lewis, but sometimes that intensity can sometimes get the better of him. Oh, it's breaking down. It's breaking down already.
Sexton is just lighting into Jeff Lewis. He is lighting into it. And this rookie.
And these pair of Texas natives having the way with Lewis and a pair of elbows. Oh, from the Lone Star State. Oh my God, what a thunderous slap.
The belly chop. Not only does it sting, but it's insulting.
Boy, Masada is rocking Jeff Lewis here tonight.
Big power slam by Masada.
Jerked him with such intensity, it was almost a snap power slam from the favorite son of Waco, Texas.
And the urban legend now in the ring. Oh, good grief. Big double leg takedown slam there by Murder-1.
A blatant choke followed by a volley of fists. Mentioning the Dark City contingent doing a lot of rapid fire tagouts.
This new faction here really working well together. Quick tags in and out on Jeff Lewis.
Lewis tried to fight back with a headlock on Sexton. Sexton managed to wiggle on out. And a spinning toe hold. Because watching those old Dory Funk Jr. tapes can certainly pay off, huh? Check that. And a rather serious Jason Blackman clotheslining anything that moves.
Blackman in the ring, Irish whip. Back body drop on Masada.
Only a 2 count and a low blow. Derailing the Jason Blackman train. And the Masada Miser. End of story for Jason Blackman.
Jason Blackman has been eliminated.
And that just got Slim J angry.
Slim J coming in to go toe-to-toe with this big nasty man, Masada. Spinning head scissors by Slim.
Hey, Slim can get pretty nasty last I checked. Oh my God. A pin attempt, but they're into the ropes. I can't believe Slim didn't realize where he was. Guess some of that Jeff Lewis intensity is rubbing off on the real Slim J.
A lot of these kids, they get excited.
Oh.
And wait a minute, Slim J scales the top. Oh, good grief. Oh, goodness gracious. Look at that Hurricane Runner.
Masada has been eliminated.
Crowd seemed to like that one.
That was unbelievable.
Best of luck, Slimmy. Can you pull it off with Murder-1? That's a, oh, Lord almighty. Like a charging freight train, a clothesline rebel, Slim J.
Blazing Lariat almost knocked Slim J out cold, but Murder-1 is none too happy.
No, he's never happy. That guy's almost as miserable as the now eliminated Masada. A lot of misery here. Slim J in rough shape, courtesy of the Dark City contingent. All that's left now, Murder-1 and Todd Sexton.
Big high vertical suplex by Todd Sexton. And Slim J's taking a beating here.
Boy, I tell you, Jeff Lewis Beckley foaming at the mouth, looking forward to getting back involved in this matchup. Oh my Lord.
Slim J remarkable with that array of kicks.
Sort of an unassisted enziguri from Slim J, and Slim's making up to that top turnbuckle. A little kind of wobbly.
Going for that Hurricane Rana again. But the second time, telegraphs it. There's the game breaker by Sexton.
And Slim J's eliminated.
Slim J has been eliminated.
The odds all of a sudden are against Jeff Lewis in a big way. Hell, 2-1. And Lewis progressing rather cautiously, which is a good defensive maneuver at this stage in the game, Jeff.
Well, he's now in the ring with the man that caused him so much grief over the last 6 months here in Wildside. Since the kid's debut, Murder-1 has been on it.
I think Jeff is in the zone. And Murder-1, first thing he does, he tags out. Very good, stopping the momentum of Jeff Lewis in the process.
Big back elbow.
Jeff Lewis is rocking at the hands of San Antonio's Todd Sexton.
Lewis ducks a clothesline, he ducks an elbow. But does not duck a spin heel kick from Todd Sexton. And now he's down. Murder-1 will gladly take him.
Very convenient, because Sexton had designs on a super kick into the face of Jeff Lewis, and that probably would have been a really good idea at this stage in the game. Instead, Murder-1's zealousness wanted to get himself involved. Murder-1 once again tagging out to Sexton. It's 2 against 1. All that is left is Jeff Lewis on the southeastern portion of the ring.
Powerbomb by Sexton.
I'm afraid the way things are going, looks like things look very promising from the Dark City group here this evening. And with a super kick in the offing, as Mr. Sexton is signaling, things look grim indeed for young Jeff Lewis.
Goes for the super kick. Lewis telegraphs it, quick roll up. He got Sexton.
Todd Sexton has been eliminated.
Sexton could hardly believe it, taking referee Andrew Thomas to task here. And Murder-1 seems to be a little leery of involving in this matchup. There's something in this. He's got Nux. Is that Nux? No, it's that chain. Conveniently dropped. Thank heavens for that. It's the last thing we need.
Murder-1 fighting the Lewis driver, and us so successfully, but Lewis is fighting him now. Lewis rolls over. Wait a minute. Now he's got him in an inverted TDT position. Last rights.
Oh, but coming down the ramp, just out of camera range, all the rest of the Dark City group trying to cheer on Murder-1. Who the hell would cheer on Murder-1? But the concept makes me weak.
Well, when he's wearing jewelry like that around his neck, they're probably cheering him because he's paying them damn well.
And Todd Sexton up with the apron on, not for long. Lewis fending off all the Dark City guys. And these guys have been eliminated. I know life is not fair, but let's make it at least reasonable. Lewis attempting to get Murder-1 up for perhaps out of Lewis driver. And a low blow pretty much puts the kibosh on that.
Goes for the Zoolander. Wait a minute. Lewis turns it around. There's the Lewis driver.
But referee Andrew Thomas having a tete-a-tete with Shadow Jackson. Oh, Lord Almighty, a super kick hits right on the money. Oh, man, unfairness on parade here tonight at Freedom Fight 2003. Check that. Jeff Lewis fought back from a super kick from Todd Sexton. Here we go. Let's get rid of the Dark City fan club, finally.
It's breaking down in Cornelia. And this is just the first match. There's the Lewis driver.
And Lewis did it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jeff Lewis is your lone survivor. Your winners, the team of Jason Blackman and Jacey